What's good, YouTube? Welcome back, and today we are going to be playing Manticore of Darkness Control. I don't know, we're trying to break Manticore of Darkness. Alright, this is a really old card. It can, like, revive itself in the end phase if it was sent there this turn by sending a Beast, Wing Beast, or Beast Warrior from your hand or field to the graveyard. Now, he himself is a Beast Warrior, so you could send himself to bring himself, so there's some dumb infinite loop stuff that got done with this guy. But that's not really what we're looking to do, because I think that's just way too like memey and cheesy to work in Edison format. We're just looking to special summon Manticore of Darkness in the end phase, if you know what I'm saying. So we're on 3 of it in here. We actually have 2 builds today. I'm gonna go over the first one. I think this is the build that panned out better. The other one's on like cat stuff. I felt like just playing some Raikou Hamster Caius with the Moja things was decent. I mean, you don't even necessarily have to play the Moja stuff. I'm just obsessed with Moja, so you gotta accept these things. Beast Striker does give you another way to get it out of your hand, which is nice, but if you wanted, you could just play some Geki breaks or something instead. I think that would be perfectly acceptable as well. But we are playing Moja stuff in here with Raikou Hamster Caius. The cool thing is you can like use your Raikou hamsters and then get the value out of them, and then once you flipped them and got your plus, you just send them to bring back Manticore of Darkness, replace them with a real body, which is cool. Then some other big dudes we got are the King of the Beasts and the Green Baboon. Like I said, you don't necessarily got to play the Moja stuff. I think 1 Green Baboon is like okay. It depends how much Beast stuff you're actually playing, I guess, or if you're playing more Beast Warrior stuff. I guess you could play it with I don't know, Barbaros and whatnot, but given that we are on so many beasts, I think having the 1 Green Baboon was decent. And then, of course, the Raikou Hamsters, probably some of the best things you could really use with it. We got some Caiuses, we got Avarice. I still think Avarice is good in either build, whether you're playing Cat or not. And then a bunch of trap cards, staples, stuff. We can look at the other build really quick so that I don't have to switch back. So it's just like similar thing, but with Cat. I didn't really like this version as much. I felt like I just wasn't feeling the cat with Manticore of Darkness. It felt like there's too many things going on. I don't know, I kind of lean towards the other build, but yeah, like a lot of very similar stuff. Obviously, just instead of Caiuses, we got some Arabellums and some cat stuff. So yeah, I mean, those are the builds. Let's get into the replays. So we played the first build in the first replay up against Blackwings. So we're going second, and our hand is, I mean, it could be worse. Our opponent's hand is not good either, so I think even though we're going second here, we got a decent shot. We just decided to bounce here, not knowing what we're playing against. Now we see a Blackwing, and I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have bounced. So we take 18. We draw into Hamster. Pretty bad draw, because we're just kind of, we got way too many monsters in our hand, right? So they just swing into Hamster. I mean, I guess that's cool. Fortunately for us, they don't have Icarus attack in this situation. We get into the Raikou. I think we decided to not mess around popping back row with the Raikou, fearing the whole Legacy of Yada situation. We go summon out Beast Striker priority. Beast Striker coming in clutch, helping us get this Manticore out of our hand. So we're going to float into a Moja here off the Beast Striker, and then the Beast Striker will get banished by the Bottomless. But we got a Manticore and a Green Baboon in rotation, which is pretty cool. We try to swing into the set monster. That's going to work out just fine. I think end phase we revive the Manticore by sending we send the Hamster because we want the Moja's effect to be live in case it gets run over. But the opponent actually brain cons it, which was a bit of a wild brain con. I don't know if they should have been doing that, but whatever. We can bring this thing back again. The Blackwing player, they just keep pumping things up to hit over, but we just keep bringing it back. We get shooted. They take the Mole. I'm not sure they should have taken the Mole. I think the Rat would have been a better choice. So now we go run over, set Deprison, pass. They Legacy, draw Kaloot. This game actually ended up being closer than it should have been. I don't know. Like, starting off, I felt like I was losing. Now I feel like we're really winning. But then things kind of get tough towards the end. So we swing into a Mirror Force. That's totally fine, though, because we have that Green Baboon, which we're just going to bring back since the Giant Rat got destroyed. Unfortunately, I could have revived the Manticore, but I just didn't really want to, because he can make this Armor Master, which would get over it. So here we end phase call back. I don't know if this might have been a stupid play, honestly. Calling back to get the Mole. I just feel like we should have forced the Kaloot or something. So we prison at this point, fine. He has another collude, actually, which is... I forget if this gets used, or, like, doesn't get used in some weird situation. I don't remember. So he hits... Oh, no, he collutes here. Okay. So, yeah, we pretty much knew he had that because he just tried to swing into our... Why did I say second collude? He never used the first one. Yeah, what am I talking about? Okay, so he hits in. Here we have to book, I think. Just hope no Icarus. It is Icarus, but we managed to debate him into Icarusing our giant rat so he can revive the green baboon and then hit over the Shora. Now, I think we just Solemn Judge with the normal summon and knowing that we can storm the back row and win the game here. So that was a pretty wild game number 1, honestly. We did bring back Manticore quite a few times. It definitely felt nice. So game number 2... Game number 2, I sided in Shadow Mirror. It's mostly for value, obviously, but it's like, it can be good against Blackwings. It stops a Blizzard, stops Sirocco Pump, it stops Dark Arm Dragon. So, you know, it's like maybe worth... Maybe I should only have sided one. I think I ended up siding both. It's probably not good enough to justify siding both Shadow Mirrors into this matchup. So we just get into Mole here. We're definitely down bad. And the opponent has, like, Whirlwind, Dad, and we got knocked on our Raikou, too, which means our hamsters are dead as well. Well, they're not dead because we can get Moja, which is funny. So he's going to go ahead, hit in. Okay, that's fine. We go Tribute Summon, Manticore, hit over. He actually doesn't collute me because it's not worth it. I'll just bring it back again. We got a Shadow Mirror. The Shadow Mirror actually low-key saves our ass here, kind of. It's because we stopped the Dark Arm Dragon. So now we send the Dust Tornado. Also, it means his Blizzard play is dead, so he just has to storm his own stuff, which we're kind of fine with. Yeah, he'll Blizzard, like, out my guy, but we're just going to bring it back, right? We're just going to revive it again, which is what we end up doing here. End phase, pitch the Moja, bring it back, draw into Brain Con. I make a really ballsy play here and just go straight for Thought Ruler. It was actually crazy. This only worked specifically because it was Deep Prison. I felt like we needed to go for something because we were kind of in a bit of a losing position there. So we hit in, set Dust Tornado, opponent goes Allure, they draw the other 2 Collutes, which is freaking crazy. Yeah, we lose our Thought Ruler, unfortunate. I'm like, no way he is the 3rd Collute. We go for the 50-50 on the Typhoon, and we do miss. We hit the bluff, and then we get Ick attacked, so unlucky for us there. However, we do get lucky in our next turn when we top deck into the Pot of Avarice, which we do have 3 of in our deck. So a fortunate draw in this situation. And then we just need to find something to get over this Bora, which we do, I think. I actually put the Moja in attack so we don't die on the spot to top deck Blizzard. Because that would be 2,700 damage. He draws into Bottomless, and then we just go Summon Hamster, go for game, because I feel like we need to go for it there. Can't really afford to be playing around Mirror Force or whatever, Torrential. So yeah. Yeah, we take it 2 overs to the Blackwing player. I think the Manticore was actually pretty good here. Like, the fact it just keeps coming back, man. They can collude over it, they can Sirocco Pump over it, but it just keeps coming back and keeps threatening their monsters. It's pretty funny. So yeah, next up we've got a match versus Machina with the cat version of the deck. So next up we got a match versus Machina with the cat version of the deck. We open up really good here. Charge, mill Manticore, and I do decide to bring it back. I don't even think it was a good play to bring it back here. I just did it for the content, so... Whatever. I was thinking about just holding on to the Raikou. So, what do we do here? We swing. He gets a Raikou. I should have maybe flipped up the hamster here. Although, to be fair, he probably should have just torrentialed there. I think the torrential ends up like getting very little value later. Yeah. So he swings over. Okay. We need to out this thing. He summons another one. Okay. So then we Mirror Force. And then now we play into the Torrential with the Card Trooper, which is going to be fine because we got a Card Trooper draw into an Avarice follow-up. We draw another Avarice, so we're definitely just firing that straight away. Draw 2, and then set pass, revive our Manticore. He goes summon this. I think we book our own guy, which I don't know if I should have done that. I felt like he was going to drop Fortress, run it over, but obviously it plays into Bottomless here. So he just compulses back his Lila, then calls the Fortress. Fortress going to hit over. We do just revive again, though. And here we bring out King. This attack order was probably wrong. It was greedy, just thinking it might be Hamster to try to get maximum value. So things kind of do work out here. He's going to hit... Alright, we crash, and then he pops my guy. And then I think we actually can't green baboon because he's a beast warrior. So I maybe didn't think that through as well as I should have. We just set the Raikou, or set the Sangan and pass. Sangan gets popped, which is nice. We pick up a rescue cat, and I think he just pokes, so he's definitely wary of Gores. We go for the cat play. Cat's going to get into Arabella Moja. Unfortunately, we averaged back our king. I think we should have averaged back the Manticore and just left the king. So maybe a little bit of a misplay there, but I mean, we can still get the cat back off the Moja at least, so it's not terrible. We immediately Gores in this situation. He's actually out of Raikous, which is funny. I don't want to take all that damage, so we're going for the cat here. I'm trying to play around. I feel like the set was Solemn, but it was actually Fiendish Chain. So we just go battle phase and hit over stuff. And then I think the Black Rose is going to eat that Fiendish Chain in the main too, which he maybe could have just let that go. I guess if he lets it go, I get Green Baboon, though. But I'm getting Green Baboon anyway, so it's kind of just bad for him no matter what. So, yeah, the Raikou dies because it was summoned off Cat. And then he takes out my Solemn. I kind of forgot he had that Lila, to be honest, but at least we made him use his normal summon there on the Lila. So I prio the Typhoon and play around. Dust Shoot top deck, obviously. We're going to run over the Fortress. The Fortress is going to take out the Gores, and then we set the Raikou and pass. He draws into a Caius. We draw into another Manticore. And then I do play around the Gores, but yeah, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have anything, so we're going to be moving on to a game at number 2. This game, I think we maybe misplayed. I think I choose to just go straight into the Monk Cat. I think it was right to go straight into the Monk Cat in this situation. So I do decide to play around Bottomless, which it doesn't end up mattering because I think it was Compulse, and that was going to disrupt us no matter what. Here we just set. We get Typhooned, okay. I'm not sure why Typhooned there. I feel like you would go for the Raikou Caius and just hold on to your Typhoon, because I would have had to chain the Torrential right away. So we eat a Mirror Force, not great. We're still in a fine spot. Here, I decide to Prison because I want to save my Sidra for Fortress for like a real threat. The Fiendish basically tells me he has Caius here. I've been trying to bluff Gores or whatever. He decides to banish his own thing to get his Gores live. And then we go for Avarice. Okay, whatever. We draw 2. And then here's where we screw up. We make this really greedy-ass play for no reason, where we swing with the Card Trooper. I think I did some whack math and thought I wasn't going to die if he top decks Gear Frame, but then he did. And it turns out I actually was dead to this. So that's kind of sketchy on my part. We probably should have won this game. We were up a fair few cards. I just like randomly died because of my own stupidity. And yeah, I mean, obviously the play would just be a set Trooper. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking. That was a super throwy play. Our hand sucks this game. Yeah, no sugar coating it. It's just it's straight trash. And the Gear Frame's really good for him. Forces me to Book of Moon, which we will do. I decided not to respect Gores. I felt like he just wasn't setting stuff because he didn't want it to get Raikou'd. But then he does have Gores. And then I'm like, all right, well, we're conceding the game if he has Storm here. And he does. So that was a tough game 3. Obviously, we should have won game 2, though. That was kind of on me. It was kind of on me. Or we should have at least been in game 2. I guess hard to really know the outcome there. I kind of threw that one. But yeah, those are 2 builds of the deck. The Manticore stuff, I gotta say, it felt kind of all right. I mean, the way it just like keeps coming back, it can be pretty annoying. A lot of times you like flip up these Raikou hamsters, you don't get value off of them. You don't get additional value off the body. You just convert it into a Manticore of Darkness. It's pretty cool. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought in the comments section. I'll see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.